Why did America just hand Greece the Eastern Mediterranean's biggest energy victory? Picture this: the blue waters south of Crete, once a flashpoint between Greece and Turkey, about to be dotted with rigs carrying Chevron and ExxonMobil logos. Two of America's energy giants are moving into the most contested waters of the Eastern Mediterranean, and Ankara can only watch. In late 2024, Chevron's Hellenic Consortium secured 4 massive exploration blocks, including 2 directly south of Crete, exactly where Turkey's 2019 Libya Maritime deal claimed authority. At the same time, ExxonMobil, through its partnership in Block 2 of the Ionian Sea, extended U.S. presence from the northwest to the southern edge of Greece's exclusive economic zone. These aren't ordinary energy contracts. They are strategic markers, the clearest signal yet that Washington's weight now tilts toward Athens. American firms are operating inside the very coordinates Turkey calls blue homeland. International law sides with Greece. The Turkey-Libya Maritime MOU, rejected by the EU and most of the international community, violates UNCLOS principles and ignores the sovereign rights of islands like Crete. Yet rather than debating it in court, U.S. companies simply acted, planting their flags through billion-dollar exploration projects. The message is unmistakable. When it comes to the Eastern Mediterranean's energy future, America is investing where the law and stability stand. Greece isn't just drilling. It's becoming the anchor of U.S. strategy in the region, and in the next minutes, we'll reveal why Washington made this pivot and how these deals reshape the entire balance of power at sea. December 2025. ExxonMobil has just filed plans for Greece's most strategic offshore drilling operation in 40 years. Chevron has secured 4 vast exploration blocks around Crete, and for the first time in Greek history, American energy giants are preparing to drill inside Greek territorial waters. This isn't only about gas, it's about the United States placing part of its energy future directly on Greek soil. 40 years after Greece first dreamed of energy independence, 2 of America's largest corporations are now operating from one end of Greece's maritime zone to the other. From the Ionian Sea to the Libyan basin, the U.S. energy footprint now traces the outline of Greek sovereignty itself. In the Ionian Sea, 30 kilometers west of Corfu, ExxonMobil leads operations in Block 2 with 60% ownership through a partnership with Energean and Hellenic Energy. A final investment decision is expected within months, with drilling projected for late 2026. Studies show a 15 to 18% chance of commercial discovery, with the Asopos formation estimated at about 200 billion cubic meters of gas. ExxonMobil has also secured 3 ultra-deepwater blocks southwest of Crete, stretching across Greece's southern energy corridor and expanding the American presence into its most strategic waters. Further south, Chevron dominates Crete's offshore expansion with 4 deepwater blocks around the island and toward the Peloponnese. Partnering again with Hellenic Energy, Chevron was the sole bidder for these areas, which could contain up to 680 billion cubic meters of recoverable gas, potentially a discovery on the scale of Egypt's Zohr field. The economic impact is transformative. If Block 2 yields even half its projected reserves, Greece could emerge as Europe's 3rd largest gas producer, generating 2 to 3 billion euros annually by the 2030s, about 2 to 300 euros per Greek family. The operations could create 15 to 25,000 jobs and add up to 4% to annual GDP, with every euro invested producing 3 to 4 euros of local economic activity. Beyond economics, the message is strategic. American energy giants don't invest billions in uncertainty. They invest where law and stability prevail. Both Chevron's and ExxonMobil's operations sit in waters Turkey still claims under its blue homeland doctrine. Yet these companies proceeded, after US and EU reviews confirmed the zones lie within Greece's recognized jurisdiction under UNCLOS. The Turkey-Libya maritime deal of 2019 has been rejected as illegal and without legal effect. Each new drilling permit is therefore a quiet but powerful confirmation of Greek sovereignty. The real revolution, however, lies in logistics. American energy may be extracted from Greek waters, but it will reach the world through Greek hands. The same shipping families that built the planet's largest LNG carrier fleet are now America's indispensable transport partners. Their vessels already move US LNG from American ports to Europe. When Greece begins its own gas exports, those same ships will carry Greek hydrocarbons abroad, turning Greece into both America's energy partner and Europe's gateway. When US corporations start pumping gas from Greek waters, they will be doing more than producing energy. They'll be cementing an alliance that binds American and Greek interests for decades. And in the next chapter, we'll see how Greek maritime powerhouses are securing record-breaking transport contracts with these same American companies, creating a seamless energy ecosystem where American drilling meets Greek shipping expertise. By the way, only 14.7% of viewers are subscribed. If this kind of deep dive geopolitics matters to you, like and subscribe. Let's keep revealing what others miss. While American energy giants prepare to drill in Greek waters, Greek shipping companies are quietly locking in the transport deals that will move that energy to the world. The scale is staggering. Greek ship owners now control more than 145 LNG carriers, nearly 1 in 4 of all such vessels globally. 23% of the world's LNG fleet sails under Greek management, an unmatched dominance built on decades of maritime expertise. Here's where the story turns. America is already paying Greek companies premium rates to move its gas. In 2024 alone, 27 LNG carriers docked at Greece's Revithousa terminal, 19 carrying American LNG. These aren't ordinary charters. They mark the beginning of a structural partnership where Greece becomes America's most reliable energy logistics hub in Europe. The timing is perfect. As ExxonMobil and Chevron prepare to drill in Greek waters, Greek shipping firms are expanding at record pace. TMS Cardiff Gas, for example, operates 16 LNG vessels and has 11 new builds on order worth $2.4 billion. Others, like Moran Gas Maritime and Dynagas, have signed multi-year contracts with U.S. exporters such as Cheniere and Venture Global, ensuring stable income for Greek operators and secure transport for American producers. The web connecting American energy and Greek shipping tightens by the day. Greece's joint venture Atlantic Sea LNG Trade SA with Actor and DEPA recently signed a 20-year contract with Venture Global for 500,000 tons of LNG per year beginning in 2030. Venture Global also holds a 25% stake in the Alexandroupolis FSRU terminal, the floating hub channeling US LNG into southeastern Europe. In short, America is financing Greek infrastructure while paying Greek firms to transport its gas, an energy loop that feeds itself. Meanwhile, the Greek order book represents about 14% of all LNG carriers under construction worldwide, meaning this dominance is growing. As Europe scrambles to replace Russian gas, nations from Poland to Italy depend on Greek-owned ships to deliver winter supplies. Athens doesn't just operate tankers, it controls the seaborne arteries of American LNG into Europe. The strategic consequence is profound. American gas may come from wells in Louisiana and Texas, but its route to Europe runs through Greek hands. When Greek shipping magnates deliver US LNG today and Greek gas tomorrow, they complete a circuit of interdependence. American drilling meets Greek shipping, defining Europe's new energy map. This synergy is more than commercial convenience. It's the foundation of a long-term alliance. The United States gains a trusted maritime partner in a volatile region. Greece gains revenue, global relevance, and leverage no rival can match. Turkey, by contrast, finds itself bypassed, its ports sidelined as energy flows reroute through Greek-controlled routes. Every cargo that leaves a U.S. terminal aboard a Greek tanker strengthens this bond. Every new LNG carrier launched from a Greek shipyard ties American energy security to Greek seamanship. The result is an economic chain where America's energy dominance now depends on Greek maritime excellence, and the partnership doesn't stop there. As these ships carry fuel across the seas, another form of cooperation is emerging, one not just about energy, but defense. In Chapter 3, we'll see how this alliance extends into the military sphere, transforming Greece into America's most indispensable partner in the Eastern Mediterranean. Greece is turning control of the seas into control of its future, building stability through smart, long-term strategy. I follow the same logic in my investments, using the right financial tools to create security and sustainable growth. The ETF I'm currently holding has grown over 122% in 5 years. But what matters more to me is the stability it provides. I invest through Freedom 24 because it's straightforward, fees are transparent, and I get support in my own language when I need it. My investing philosophy is simple. Cash sitting idle loses value to inflation year after year. So I put it to work in assets that can grow and protect purchasing power over time. The ETF I'm talking about is SXR8.EU. It tracks 500 of America's largest, most established companies like Apple, Microsoft, and Google. Instead of betting on one sector or one country, you're spreading risk across hundreds of proven corporations. That's the stability angle. You're not relying on a single company's success or failure. Over the past decade, SXR8.EU has delivered around 13.6% annually, with dividends automatically reinvested for compounding growth. Of course, all investing carries risk, and past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Opening a Freedom 24 account takes about 15 minutes, but it's worth it. Check the description for the Freedom 24 welcome offer. Using our link supports the channel and helps us keep delivering independent geopolitical analysis. While American energy giants prepare to drill in Greek waters and Greek ships transport US LNG across the seas, a deeper transformation is reshaping the Eastern Mediterranean. Behind the flow of energy lies a powerful network of military alliances and forward deployments, quietly redefining the balance between Greece and Turkey. Today, more than 15 joint military exercises take place each year between U.S. and Greek forces, more than with any other American ally in the region. U.S. troops now operate from Greek bases just 40 kilometers from Turkey's border, placing American power closer to the Aegean than ever before. The turning point came with the Mutual Defense Cooperation Agreement updates in 2019 and 2021, granting the U.S. expanded access to key installations, Suda Bay, Larissa, Stefano Vicchio, and Alexandroupolis. The latter has become a NATO hub, moving heavy equipment to Eastern Europe while bypassing the Turkish-controlled Bosporus Strait. Suda Bay, meanwhile, hosts U.S. destroyers and aircraft securing the same sea lanes where American companies now drill. Each deployment carries the same message. U.S. strategic trust is shifting from Ankara to Athens. As Turkey bought Russian S-400s and distanced itself from NATO standards, Washington tightened cooperation with Greece, a reliable Western ally. This defense partnership now underpins the energy alliance. Former Ambassador Jeffrey Pyatt said it plainly: the U.S.-Greece relationship is stronger than it has ever been. American warships and aircraft protect the routes used by U.S. energy firms, merging energy and military security into one strategy. U.S. defense sales to Greece already exceed billions, from F-16 Viper upgrades to the future purchase of F-35 stealth fighters and new frigates. These moves turn Greece into a regional fortress and give American investors confidence that their energy assets are safe. No place shows this better than Alexandroupolis, a port just across the Evros River from Turkey. Once obscure, it's now a symbol of deterrence. When Turkey held drills in Thrace in 2019, it was reacting not to Greek moves, but to an American buildup that had shifted the balance of power. The U.S. no longer relies on Turkey to project force toward the Balkans or Black Sea. It does so directly from Greek soil, and Greece is not standing alone. Its 2021 defense pact with France adds a second shield around its territory and new energy infrastructure. Together, the U.S. bases in the Franco-Greek alliance form a protective triangle that no rival can breach. While Turkey faces strained NATO ties and fading energy prospects, Greece now enjoys the backing of two of the world's strongest militaries. Every drill ship off Crete and every fighter jet over the Aegean sends the same message. The future of America's Eastern Mediterranean strategy is anchored in Greece. In Chapter 4, we'll see how Turkey's growing isolation, military and economic, accelerates this pivot, making Greece America's most reliable and indispensable partner in the region. Turkey is facing an energy crisis that weakens its power and strengthens Greece's hand. In 2024, it consumed 53 billion cubic meters of natural gas, but produced only 2.1 billion, a staggering 96% import dependency. That's not diversification, it's leverage in the hands of others. Almost half of Turkey's gas, 42% or 22 billion cubic meters, comes from Russia. Azerbaijan provides another 22%, Iran about 14%, and the remaining 22% arrives as LNG from Algeria, the United States, and Egypt. Ankara presents this mix as energy security, but in practice, it creates multiple points of diplomatic vulnerability. That dependence carries a political cost. In 2024 to 2025, Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan made repeated trips to Washington seeking sanctions relief and re-entry into the F-35 program, requests tied to Turkey's 2019 purchase of Russian S-400 missiles, which triggered U.S. sanctions under CAATSA. Washington's response was firm. Until Turkey abandons its Russian systems, it stays grounded. Here lies the contradiction. Ankara wants U.S. military technology while funding Russia and Iran through energy imports. In 2024, Turkey imported 5.2 billion cubic meters of U.S. LNG, barely 10% of its total supply. The rest flows from states that compete with or oppose American interests. The economics favor Greece. Turkish LNG imports cost about $12.9 per million BTU in mid-2024. Meanwhile, U.S. firms operating in Greek waters can extract gas more cheaply and export directly to EU markets. When America must choose between stable, law-bound Greece and volatile Turkey, the choice is clear. The military picture matches the energy divide. U.S. forces now train at Alexandroupolis, less than 40 kilometers from Turkey's border, while Ankara remains excluded from the F-35 program it helped fund. Greek pilots, soon to fly those jets, will patrol the same skies Turkey once dominated. Every cubic meter Turkey buys from Russia tightens its dependence. Every NATO dispute widens its isolation. Meanwhile, Greece now offers Washington everything Turkey once did, and more. Secure bases, Western alignment, and a reliable gateway for U.S. LNG into Europe. The result is an irreversible realignment. Turkey's energy crisis has turned Greece from a secondary ally into an indispensable partner, anchoring America's presence in the Eastern Mediterranean. Washington no longer needs Turkey to project power, but Turkey now needs Washington more than ever. The numbers say it all. American companies will extract gas from Greek waters, while Turkey pays 40% more to import the same resource. U.S. forces train at Alexandroupolis, while Ankara negotiates for programs it once helped create. American investments flow into Greek ports and energy hubs, as Turkey's reliance on Russian and Iranian gas traps it in costly political compromises. This isn't coincidence. It's strategic design. Greece turned geography into leverage. Deepwater ports became U.S. bases, maritime expertise became America's lifeline, and energy cooperation became the core of an unbreakable alliance. Meanwhile, Turkey's 96% import dependency and drift toward Moscow opened the door for Greece to take its place. The Eastern Mediterranean is no longer contested. It's anchored. An American-Greek axis now defines its energy and security future. Greece provides the routes, the bases, and the reliability Washington needs. The message is unmistakable. In this new regional order, America has made its choice, and it's Greece. Special thanks to Freedom24 for supporting this deep dive analysis. If you're ready to take control of your financial future with smart investment tools, check out the link in the description below. If this analysis showed you how America's pivot toward Greece is rewriting the Eastern Mediterranean's balance of power, hit subscribe to stay ahead of the story. And check out the next videos, because Greece's strategy is only beginning.